going. Ba-da-dum. Where is it? Okay. How's my status? Case? It's doing well. Okay, let me tweet. Let me post that we are back. Let me post we are back. Ah! Fuck's sake! The rain! It's always the bloody rain! Ah! Where is it? Over here. Okay, we do this. Uh-oh. Streams back. I use this cat. No! My Discord crashed! Hello, hello, Ghost Cry! Hello, Mystic Zealot, hello guys! Okay, it was the first time I see my Discord crash. I swear to God. I never seen my Discord crash before. Hi, hello Matt, hello Appa! Wait, why is my chat not showing? Oh, now it's showing. Okay, perfect. Alright, guys, I finished up the fight. I finished, so basically after I played with Abelard, I just played with my sniper and we finished the fight. Hi Reaper, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back everyone. Let me just put things back where we were. Let me just do the pool again. Left. Let's go. Wait, preparations are being done. But you guys didn't miss anything. I basically, so when I finished Abelard's turn, the tech priest just went in flames and they got down. And then I shoot with Snocky Bella. What is the name of my space elf? I forgot her name. Irliet. Irliet is the name. Then I went with Irliet, and I was like, I shot a lot of people with her, and we basically boom killed everyone. And then I ulted with my character, and I shot and I kicked Tarsus in the balls, okay? And yeah, he stayed with 1 HP, and I was like, I can let him die for burning, or I could just shoot him in the head. So I shot him in the head with my bow pistol, and then everything was safe and sound. That's how it went. Irliet, thank you, thank you. The gang is back, let's go, guys. I am so sorry for that. How is the stream doing? Are we good? Ah, I hear myself. Where is my OBS is here? I'll put OBS here. Plum plum plum, pom pom pom. All right. No frames lost. You know, I think it was just my internet acting funny. Again, it will storm the entire week, so extremely high chance of similar things happening in the future. But anywho, let me just do this. Go back here, I do this, and I do this. Yes. Perfect. Alright. With that in mind, we continue, okay? I finish the guy, so Opticon 22, he's the guy, the tech priest we met at Footfall. He's nice. You hear her yourself? I always thought you had a twin. I couldn't bear having a twin. One of myself is already a lot, okay? It's a lot, one of me. Imagine two. I can't. Requesting cessation of hostilities. Help your brother. What did you do to Tarsus? I am sorry that you had to kill a comrade. I am not tired at all. In fact, I can finish you off too. Do your worst. Help your brother. The unit had called itself Tarsus Hahnemann. It is dead. It has been disabled. Its material asset is beyond restoration or reuse as spare parts. Jesus Christ, I shot him really hard, I guess. After a pause, Pasquale bowed his head, and a binaric requiem powers out of his vox. Despite his misconception, he was a servant of the Omniscient. I am sorry I had to kill a comrade. I also regret having a negative assessment of this event. Wow, that is so fucking sad, guys. Pasquale's storyline is my favorite. I love my toaster, okay? I would never allow something bad to happen to Pasquale. Never. Never, ever, ever. Okay, the Adeptus Mechanicus still accused the unit of identifying itself as Pasquale of criminal theft of a unique identification code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarsus, I'm not authorized to immediately arrest execute the unit, but neither am I unauthorized, and I am authorized to drop the inquiry. Okay. There are no apostates among us. The piercing voice from the Voxient is more overwhelming than Tarsus' thunderwhirl's roar. Tech Brother Tarsus and the machine spirit that live in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgment was rash and erroneous. Now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs. And I am requisitioning Tarsus Hahnemann, neutral augmentic, for the purpose of preserving his blessed memory. Oh, I see what you're doing, Pasquale. You're going for the loot. Oh my god, he's definitely my toaster, guys. He's already putting his claws into the loot. I love it. I support you, Pasquale, okay? Telvia, hello, welcome. How's it going? I hope you had a good day. Welcome in. As astonished Tech Priest looks on, Pasquale leans over the landman's body and extracts the augmatic from his skull. His movements are as precise as they are respectful. Pasquale, whisper, what you just did is working, keep going. Listen in silence. Okay, I'm gonna whisper, whatever you just did is working, keep going. Alright. With each word, Pasquale's voice grows more powerful and majestic. You saw the agony your tech brother Tarso was in. His unbridled, pain-sparred faith intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that the machine spirit with which his mind has merged was morbidly afflicted. I don't like the purple warp shit around us, though. The imperative of reverence had paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path of knowledge. To knowledge. Yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension, therefore let the cycle be discontinued. There is a clang as Opticon 22 knee presses into the floor. Crimson hooded herds are bowed. Let the cycle be discontinued. The radiant light pouring out of Pasquale's visors grows dimmer. Static creeps back on his voice. Let the cycle be discontinued, tech comrades. Pasquale, there is one small point I'm not clear on what just happened. What is the reason for this act of genuflection? Now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship, clear off, or spill more blood and sacred unguents. What is the reason of this act of genuflection? It has been a long time since the words of the Messiah of discontinuing were last spoken openly over public communication bans. We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he is not forgotten after all. I see. The Messiah of discontinuing, is that how you refer to Amonart? Is Amonart teaching not heretical? Do you know where Amonart is now? The Messiah of discontinuous does not refer to Amonart. Following Archmagus Amonart's partial laicization, removal from the chain of command, that was the authorship's attribution of a series of sermons of discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the Cognizance fleet. Okay. It was in fact a title used by many in times past. Is Amonart's teaching not heretical? This statement is false. Contrary to what many servants of the Omniscient thought they knew, preferred to believe, the fleet's supreme conclave never formulated issue an official statement of that decision. 37% of the Supreme Conclave's members openly supported Archmagus Armanant's views and disappeared were removed from the chain of command under circumstances that were classified. The Supreme Conclave has not had a quorum ever since. Do you know where he is now? Data unavailable. No reports have mentioned Archmagus Armonart since the incident in the Arch Mechanicus Hermetico, which led to the presumed destruction and disappearance of the Void Ship. My archives has no data of the Hermetico incident. The vessel was the Blessed Amarnat's base of operation. It is lost then. Pasquale's voice is filled with anxiety. Were you among his followers? Negative, I had no contact with Archmagos and was never a member of his flock disciples' retinue. However, my analysis to the doctrine he outlined inspired me to deep respect for, trust in him. I presume the conflict between you and Pasquale has been resolved? The data received provides a basis for calling the falling tech brother Tarsus' hypothesis into question out of respect for, due to the lack of authorization to indict, the followers of the Messiah of discontinuing will not proceed with the detainment, arrest, termination. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Thank you, Tech Brother Opticon 22. What the fuck just happened? His vox seemed crackled somewhat tentative. I decided to sustain my words with an excerpt from one of the Blessed Almanar's sermons on loss of internal and external function, verse 4. My analysis deemed it appropriate. Okay, now that the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. Request denied. What? The Kappa Thread supply line delegation is leaving the Argonas, expressed gratitude for the hospitality ceasefire, and proclaims its intent to return to Footfall to resume performing its regular functions. The tech priest looks over at Pasquale as if he's waiting for something. Pasquale Mechadentri briefly touches the shoulder of Opticon 22, who bows respectfully. What do you mean denied? So he's not gonna stay with me? But he is with me. Okay, we leveled up. I'm so confused. What the fuck just happened? Pasquale, can you talk to me, my love? That is weird. Okay, let me level up, and to do that, let me get my spreadsheet over here. Let's start with Abelard. Alright. Abelard, you go first. Let's level up. Pasquale, I'm a person under these robes. I will not be objectified. Now help me install the latest OS updated to my necrotext. I return to Warlock. Maxilla, hello! Hello, be much welcomed. Okay, so last we got athletics and toughness. Athletics and toughness, so a new guard too? A new guard too. So, until the start of the Vanguard's next turn, each attack made by the Vanguards makes them a priority target for the enemy hit by the attack. This is very good. This is very good, so we can taunt even more people if we want to. Next in the line, Idira no, Sister Argenta no, Kasaya, Lady Cash. Let me go to Lady Cash here. So we got Perception and Low Warp. Perception, Low Warp. Take and hold 4. The maximum number of action points granted by the take and hold increased to 5. Okay. This is very good. Very well. Now next, Pasquale, the Plasma Artillery. I think this is the one, right? Of Pasquale, or is the second one? Pasquale the Discontinuable Wife? No, this is the Assassin. We're using the Bounty Hunter Pasquale. Let's go. Pasquale, you are getting... Oh, you have 2 level ups to do. You're getting Tech Use and Intelligence. Tech Use, Intelligence. And you are getting Wild Hunt 2. The Bounty Hunter against 3 MP and restores 3 charges or hunt down the prey. Very well. Next, Henrik's Chainsaw Interrogator. So Henrik's, you are going with the Carnival of Misery 3. Until the end of combat, all damage dealt to enemies by the Executioner's damage over time effects increase by 100% after all other modifiers have been applied. Very well. Now, Yrliet. Yrliet, the bounty hunter. You are going to get Wild Hunt 2. Wild Hunt 2. 5 MP and restore 3 charges of Hunt Down the Prey. Very well. And me. Now let's go get a build for my character. Hello, Mr. Spreadsheet. Would you like to work? Oh no. Is my internet good? The spreadsheet doesn't want to reload. I'm scared. Are we here? We're still live, apparently. We are still live. Okay, we're still live. Why are you... Okay, you worked. Perfect. Please? Nice. Okay, I have my build here. We're gonna go steady superiority. Steady superiority 4. The Archmilitant can use both the Heroic Act of the Archmilitant archetype and the Heroic Act of the Warrior or Soldier archetype in a single combat. Note, you can still only use the Heroic Act or Desperate Measures once per round. Yes. This is very nice, very nice, very nice. Yeah, this is it. We gotta level up. We have 5. Let me switch to over here, this screen, perfect. I return to Warlock, Adam Warlock. Oh, I love playing with him. But he's really weak, unfortunately. But I love playing with him. Okay, can I loot this motherfucker? Ooh. Okay. I wanna see this weapon we got. Reject the flash rank. Omniscient Axe. It is the same thing. Okay, it is the same thing. He did looted something from the guy though. Okay, I got a very good plasma pistol over there. Yeah. Alright. I think I got everything I needed. Let me go to Voidship Bridge. Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back to the bridge. Don't try to understand Adapters Mechanicus. They understand each other and they hate each other. I understand Pasquale completely, okay? And he is the best. Pasquale is the best. The best of the best. The best toaster. Let me see over here. Okay, perfect. Now, unpause please. May I please continue my travels? I gotta go to my world. Gotta go to my world, Dargonus. Nice, let's scan. Damn, my world is so strong. Von Valencia's palace. Yes, everyone's going with me. Ooh. Fabio's bio trolls the Adeptus Mechanicus on a regular basis. Ooh, Fabio seems like a decent lad. But I wouldn't mess up too much with the toasters though. I kind of feel sad when they don't understand the social cues and stuff. So yeah, the toaster we protect. Ooh, cutscene. Yes, mommy is back. Yes, I am back. Okay, some whispers. Glory to the great rogue trader, long live the rogue trader, greetings your ladyship. Alright, alright. Damn, I have so many people to rule. That is so nice. Long live the rogue trader. Yeah, we love you, Eva. Woo! Please kiss my baby. Please sign my tits. We love you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. Clementia Versarian. Wait! You are from Abelard's. You're from Abelard's family. The Emperor protects. Welcome home, your ladyship. The stately woman in a long full dress uniform makes a graceful curtsy. Her short green hair does not obscure her stern features. I am Clementia Versarian, Court Chancellor of the Von Valentius dynasty. On behalf of all the Argonos, please accept my deepest condolences on the ultimately passing of Theodora von Valentius. Her departure is a terrible blow to us all, but as one star expires, another always flares to life. And although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the trade dynasty guiding light in these tiring times. Clementia, Abelard offers a reserved nod. She nods in return, and the line on his brow softens ever so slightly. Is her daughter? Ooh, hello. Achilles calendar. I love your attire. Very cool character design. The young man quickly brings a respirator to his burned face and bows his head courteously. His raven black hair veils his burning skull implants, and his thin metal fingers creak quietly as he offers a welcoming gesture. Achilles Calendar, Secretary at the Administratum Department. I hope your journey to Dragonos was not darkened by unwanted troubles. It was an eventful, thank you. The Emperor protected us in the journey throughout the stars. It was terrible. I did not realize my demands security was so illusory. We had some incidents, but those are irrelevant at this moment. The Emperor protected us. Achilles makes the sign of the Aquila, and may he remain merciful to us until the end of time. I agree. Does your ladyship wish to survey the grounds? Or perhaps we could state your curiosity by answering any questions you might have. Governor Urban Drivenstam has been notified of your arrival on Darganas and will visit the palace shortly. The preparations for the official visit are well in hand, but your ladyship still has plenty of time before the meeting. I want to take a shower, to be honestly. I just fought a bunch of cogs, and I'm kind of, I have a lot of oil in my garments. I gotta wash up. Hold on a moment, Clementia. What did you say your last name was? Clementia nods politely. You heard correctly, your ladyship. I'm of House Versarian, Lord Abelard's granddaughter and direct descent. Oh, I thought you were his daughter. You're his granddaughter. That is so cool. The cessation of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding of their function within the mechanism. Chancellor Versarian has held her position at the Von Valentius court for many years. She earned Lord Captain Theodora respect through the acts of great perseverance. There is no room for doubt. Blood has nothing to do with it. The Emperor blesses those who strengthen humanity's domain through their deeds. You have reasons to be proud of your progeny. Easy, Abelard was simply asking. Time will tell, Santa's call. All that concerns me is the prosperity of my protectorate. I'll say the number one. Abelard looks at you in surprise, but then immediately puts on an air of indifference. Thank you, Lord Captain. I know you're blushing, Abelard. I know you're blushing. Oh my god. Okay, why isn't the governor here with you to greet me? I'd like to rest before the meeting. Where are my chambers? Why isn't he here? Apologies, your ladyship. Governor residence is on the other side of the world by the Administratum Palace of Darganas. We sent word as soon as you enter the system, but it takes time to travel the great distance of your domain. Okay. Logic succeeded. Chancellor Versarian appears unruffled, but you cannot shake the thought that the Governor Lateness is a subtle political gesture designed to test the limits of what is acceptable when it comes to interacting with the new road trader. I would like to rest before the meeting, and I'm probably gonna slap him in the face for being late. They are very close, just down the hall. That is also where the study and the audience chamber are. Achilles' face brightened with a purely white smile, restoring some of his former good looks. Lady Theodora's study has remained locked since her departure, but on account of your arrival, we've arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you may need it. You are dismissed. I apologize for my bluntness, but I have a request to make. Perhaps before the meeting takes place, the illustrious law captain would spare a few minutes for a conversation with me. Achilles bowed his head. I'm certain that you will find my report on the state of affairs in the Von Valentius Protectorate most useful. Okay, you can speak while I take a shower. You may speak. She looks mid-30s to early 40s, and she's a granddaughter. Abelard must fight with a walker. Wait, she has gray hair already, so she's probably like 40s to 50s, no? Mid-30s? Mid-30s you start having gray hair? No. My mom only started having gray hair like with 45 to 50. Before, my mom like didn't have much gray hair. I don't know. Alright. Where's my loot? Toss a coin.
How intriguing.
Goods! I'll toss a coin. Glittering in the light, the coin falls into clear water and sinks into the bottom. Okay, I have a coin over there. Perfect. Greetings! I don't believe this is a place I can go. Nope. Let's go up here. I have goods. Goods. Tech use. Unlocked. Nice. Let's go. What do we have here? An ancient cogitator linked to the palace system networks. Okay. What do we have up here? More goods. Very well. What do we have down here? A tree. A living fruit-bearing tree in the heart of a Hive world is a fantastical sight. They probably use a lot of more water to tend to this tree than the average Dargonan citizen can hope to receive their daily ration. You know, trees are very important, so I accept the decision. Alright, let me see what we have back here. This is for the palace, this is for the void ship. Okay. I just want to see if we have any goods around. Any goods. Let me go left first. Similar finds over the planet, many stages of acolytes, blah 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 blah. Greetings. Hello. What is this? The plague lists the names of each rogue trader who have led the Von Valentius dynasty dating back to the day the capital world was founded. Ooh. Okay. What do we have over here? Your ladyship, Mundo Valentius. What do we have up here? Tech priest. Identifying rogue trader greetings from the Crimson Priesthood. Okay. Sister Argentas over here. Ooh, we got a Lyor Impurity. Hello? What are you doing over here? Just protecting the place? Okay. I think we have a tower on the other side. No, we don't. That's not very safe. And symmetrical. I don't like it. Alright. Goods? Lyor Imperium. Standing upon the altar is an ancient image of Saint Macarius. Its regal frame is covered in marks. The relic was claimed in a battle on a remote and forgotten world. Alright. I think we got all the loot. So let's go to my chambers. Real Garbage, hello Garbage. Welcome, welcome. How's it going? How are you? Did you have a good day and a good weekend? I hope so. Sorry to any of the unfortunates. Yeah. Let's go to my palace. Okay, I need a bubble bath, okay? And I need Henrik's naked by my side, if you guys don't mind. But I need to speak to the guys, so maybe Henrik's don't be naked for at least the first minutes. Alright, I'm here. Do I have loot on my palace? Oh, hello. Welcome your ladyship. Let me inform you of the location of the chambers of your dynastic state. I just woke up, it's Tuesday. Oh, it's Tuesday for you. To me, it's still Monday. 8:30 p.m. But yeah, I hope you had a good day yesterday. The main throne room is upstairs and straight ahead. Your subjects are Kalas, informing you that humbly awaits an opportunity to meet with you there. Okay, so he's gonna be upstairs, straight ahead. If your ladyship wishes to rest after a long journey, then your personal chambers are up the stairs on the right. Okay, okay. Did you speak to the Windows computer on your flagship? No, I don't think I did. If you need anything, wherever your soul's desires, I'll be right next to your chambers, eagerly awaiting your orders. Okay. Alright, alright. I accept them. Nice. I see loot. I want loot. Nice. Hello. Augurator Tech Priest. Okay. They say upstairs. To the right was my chambers. Glory to the road trader. Straight is to talk to my guy. Here's my bed chambers. Okay, let me talk to him first. Because I don't know if I get to do the both activities or not. According to the inscription on the statue, this is a gift from House Gaprak to the Von Valations. Okay. We move. So this is where I meet people, I believe. Lady Cash! Nice, we unlocked.
A tantalizing anomaly.
Oh! Nice, more loot. Let me go to the other side. Where is my throne? Tell me I have a golden throne. That would be so cool, actually. And that door opens to... No! Oh! To Voidship Bridge. Okay, very in hand. Very in hand. Nice to know I have a easy escape route. Okay. Clementia Versarian, Idira, and an aristocrat talking. We have Henrix over here talking to Achilles. Oh yeah, Henrik said he wanted to participate with the conversation. Let me see what we have on the left. Pasquale with his fellow tech priests. Perfect. This is perfect. Okay, let me talk to my dude over there. Ooh, actually, I have a throne. The Von Valentius dynasty throne, a visible symbol of the road trader's power, which now belongs to you. Oh, why can't I sit on the throne? That is so sad. You can go to a room first if you like. Oh, I'm already here now, so I'm just gonna talk to them. Hello. The slender figure, clad in robes made from expensive fabric, shudders from violent coughing. Pressing a gilded respirator onto his face, the man takes several deep breaths. Alright. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well. Achilles covered his burned lips, trying and failing to suppress a coughing fit. She's in good health. She sent her regards to you, as well as her wishes for your swift return. Henrix frowns. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Achilles stumps himself on the chest with his augmented hand. You hear the clanging of metal against metal. Logic succeeded. I'm not so foolish as to fail notice a conversation in code. Your insight deserves credit, rogue trader. Then again, I expect nothing less from Theodora von Valation's successor. Why are you scheming behind my back? Need to be inaugurated? The throne? Oh, maybe I need a ceremony before I can sit on the throne, right? Henrix looks at Achilles. Allow me to introduce Achilles as calendar properly. In addition to his duties as secretary to the administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master's calendar was transferred into my remit by a colleague who is engaged in the matters of the coroner's expense. I'm sure you will find Achilles' service useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foes within the borders of your protectorate. Greetings, Lady Eva von Valentius. Allow me once again to express my deepest condolence to the loss of Lady Theodora. I will do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Conrad Voivir, accomplices on the capital's world. Do you know anything about what has become of Conrad? The former Master of Whispers is a heretic and a traitor to the dynasty. You promised me a report on the present state of affairs. Why your responsibilities? The scar of your face will happen. Let me say about Conrad. He's a heretic and a traitor. He nods grimly. Word of his treason reached Dragonus not too late. Conrad came on the planet and left it almost immediately. Once he had sown discord into the minds of the gullible and naive, the worst of the rumors he started was that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did her best to skin alive any who showed sign of doubt, but it seems unlikely that the wardens got to everyone who has allowed doubt into their heart and now nurtures in secret. Why are your responsibilities here? Officially, I'm a secretary at this world's administrative department. Less officially, I'm afraid I can't disclose that even to you. In short, I collect and investigate reports of heresy taking root in upstanding planets of humanity. Above all else, I am concerned about the Xenostrat that hangs over the entire Corona's expanse, including your protectorate. Sadly, my mission was complicated by recent warp disturbances. I am still trying to reestablish contact with many of my agents. Tell me about Xenos. Do you know anything about the Cult of the Final Dawn? Tell me, do you know anything about the Cult of the Final Dawn? My knowledge is deplorably limited, your ladyship. All my attention has been focused on tracking Xenos activity. I'm certain that Master von Kalois can tell you much more about those heretics than I. Tell me about Xenos. The residents of the local systems are no strangers to skirmishes with enemies of humanity. But recently the loathsome beasts seem to have completely flown off the handle. We're receiving reports from ships that made it through the warp to Dargonus. Both they and the colonies that they reported from are being attacked. We have identified the breed of Xenos that pose this threat, the Drukhari, humanity's ancient and insidious foes. Be vigilant on your travels. The Xenos would undoubtedly attack the rogue trader ship should they find the circumstances to be in their favor. The Drukhari are the sadistic Aeldari. Yeah, they are like the goth Aeldari or something. Unfortunately, in the host of humanity, there are those who are willing to grovel before our enemies in the hopes of a valuable reward. You may be interested to know that we are on the trail of such heretics. Achilles glanced at a data slate. Overwhelming evidence indicates that the plundered Void Station in Langren's belt is being used as a base by a band of pirates who are not above dealing with Xenos. I was unable to persuade the Chancellor of the need to dispatch a ship there, but perhaps you would like to pay a courtesy call to these scoundrels yourself? About your unofficial work. Achilles' amber eyes flash you with interest. Yes? Who do you truly serve, the road trader or the interrogator of the Inquisition? I want a list of all your agents and the means to contact them. Dargonus has no need for spies from the Inquisition. Be gone. I have learned all I wanted to. Who do you truly serve? He quickly glances at Henrix. Okay, I see how it goes. And who does the road trader serve? The Golden Throne, the Protectorate? Could it be that one steams from the other? And if so, is there any sense in discussing it? I want a list of your agents and the means to contact. I can understand your desire as a road trader to have everything under your control, and yet I am not at liberty to make use of classified information related to the interrogator's agents in whatever way I see fit. He lowers his gaze and nods politely. Yeah, I know who's blocking you from doing so, and I know who's blocking this person from doing so. Henry lets out a sigh of disappointment. There is no point in pressing my agents. None of them will ever reveal such vital information, especially not in my presence. Okay. I heard all I wanted to. Achilles bows and brings the respirator to his burnt lips. I have other questions. I sincerely hope that I can answer every one of them. Goth elves? Yes. You promised me a report on the present state of affairs. I wonder about the scars on your face. What happened? About, he calls, 5 years ago, there was an accident. Several tanks of Promethean exploded in the storehouse at my state, and I was buried alive under the rubble. The Emperor preserved my soul, and the skilled physicians of Dargonas saved my body, except for my lungs, with which I had to part. I presume the incident was an attempt on my life, but the identity of whoever was behind it remains a mystery. That's a very, that is a very severe crime because he serves the Inquisition as much as he serves as a road trader. So 5 years and still no clue of who attempt against his life? Probably was someone really important and with the resources to hide this. You promised me a report on the present state of affairs. I have already forwarded all official reports to your Sanascal. As for the conversation we're having right now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data slate with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora made the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dargona's political environment. You, however, had only just arrived on the capital world, and I thought it would be the best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Dargonas, much like nobles of most worlds, are akin to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whatever is the weakest or whomever they deem to be the weakest. Okay. The nobles are well-respected, rich and powerful individuals who held Lady Theodora's favors for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the rogue trader. Every family pursues its own selfish interests, and each one expects that with the transition of power they will retain and even add their lands on wealth. The families I would recommend giving particular attention to are the Drivenstems, the Gapraks, and the Sauerbachs. I heard of the Sauerbachs before. The Gapraks, I've seen a gift they gave me over here in the palace, and the Drivesteams, I haven't heard of them. I should also mention the Versarians, not a noble house per se, but a family that was part Lady Theodora's inner circle, to the Blue Bloods' great displeasure. No, I will continue, I'll continue. What can you tell me about the Drivesteams? They are an ancient governor house of Dargonas. Predictably, the greater of the wealth of the Von Valentian's protectorate, the fuller the coffers grow. Their coffers grow. Their reputation is flawless except for one detail. We have evidence that Urban Drivesteam's rival seems to have the misfortune of regularly falling victim to Xenos raids. I find that these attacks are always a little too advantageous for the Drivesteams, but we lack solid proof and it might never surface. The closer an official it is to a road trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing shoulders with the Xenos is a heresy that can be overlooked only in the case of the Von Valentian's heir, not her servant. I couldn't agree more. So tell me about the Graprax. They hail from a remote Forge world, and among their distant relatives there are many servants of the Omnisire, and their house itself is close to the cult of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Ooh, I already like them. Both in spirit and in their business connections. The Gaprax oversaw the industrial shipments within your protectorate until recently. Ever since the astrofactic communication with Kyavagama was severed, they've been quite concerned about the security of the planet placed in their care. Tell me about the Sauerback. Religious and hardworking. The Sauerbacks on... Oh, the Sauerback is the cop lady on my ship. We like toaster here, we do. Okay, is my... Oh, she always takes shit from me though. The Sauerbachs own many enterprises, including distillation manufactorums that produce Promethean. I must note that lately members of the Sauerbach family have been prone to overly liberal statements about the Von Valentian's dynasty. They believe Lady Theodora was a bit too keen to leave her worlds without a proper oversight. Okay, it seems I'm going to have problems with this, the Sauerbachs and the Drivesteams because of the Xenos connection. Tell me about the Versarians. The Viserians are a line founded by Lady Theodora Seneschal and as such are normally considered nobility, at least from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy from which Lord Abelard hails. On Dargonus, however, their position is precarious. Firstly, they never were granted an official title, a process which has been impeded for decades by the old houses of Dargonus, and secondly, the other families do not seem them as equals, but more as upstarts clinging to the road traders' favor. The Wersarians are responsible for the capital world's fleet and the majority of the cargo shipments on domestic routes. Very important family indeed. I will make them an official noble line if I can. After hearing that, I now feel an urge to have every one of these sycophants executed at once. I don't want to execute them. I don't know why was this an option. Enough about the noble. Was there anything else you want to report? That was, your ladyship, and this time it concerns the main reason for my presence on this planet, Xenos and the threat they pose both to you and humanity as a whole. Please. The last few months have been difficult for the people who report to me. My eyes and ears scattered throughout the corona's expanse, warp disturbance, astrophasts overcome with madness, ships disappearing in the immaterial. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark and have been killed by some calamity or other. Still, I managed to establish communication with some key individuals who were able to warn me about incoming threats, including Xenos raids. Achilles looks you in the eye without blinking. It is within my power to supply you with intelligence on where and when the Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt that Governor Darvstein will beg you for protection against the Xenos, and in his flight the information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you, Eva, if I ever report a threat looming over a ship or a planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes an intervention from the road trader and her mighty void ship to avert a disaster. Okay, I'll take your words into seriously. Iron Fist, consolidate the power into Panda. The big noble families of the world, in other words, headache. Yeah. The two ones that doesn't seem to give me a headache is the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Versarians, because I love Abelard, okay? So everything I can do to make him a noble, I will. And I don't care about the other two families, they can die. I'm tired of talking about Xenos. I want to hear more about Senna, the warrior princess. Oh my god, I loved to watch her as a kid. I love it. Okay, I think her and Lara Croft were my main female role models growing up as a kid. I absolutely love to watch her. Okay. Tell me about the nobles' houses of Dargonus. Let me speak these. After hearing all that, I feel the urge to have every one of them sycophants executed. He shrugs. You are naturally well within your right, rogue trader, but remember that this will cause the multi-layered bureaucratic system of Dargonus, of your entire protectorate, in fact, to come apart on the seams. And that's not even considering the likelihood of attempt reprisals from their families and allies. I would hold off on the death sentences, act with restraint and wisdom, present for all deceased sufficient proof of the unwanted house's guilt. Do not mistake me, max executions are one way to solve your problems, but in that case you should weigh up every possible scenario before you act. Okay. What else do you want to report? That's been difficult. We had this conversation before. I must take my leave. He bows. According to the message I received a few minutes ago, Governor has arrived at court. I imagine that the Chancellor is already prepared to arrange the meeting. All that's left is to notify her that you are ready to see Urband. Okay. Tell Chancellor Versarian that you are ready to receive the Governor. I want to take a bath first. Let me save the game. It's very important. As a kid, that was my generation's love. Stay back or I'll throw my chakra. What? What do you mean? I used to watch Xena the Warrior Princess when I was a child. I was like 10 years old or something. Ooh, goods. I want to loot.
What is that?
Goods! What is this? The leather covers bear the names of the authors, mostly philosophers and theologians from Dargonus. The spines of the books are trimmed with gold. Ooh, very nice. Have a door over here. Is this my bathtub? Oh, this is my bedroom. Wait, no pillows? How am I supposed to sleep? Oh, and this is a terrible placing for a bed. Why would you place your bed next to a staircase? That is horrible. That is a horrible placing. It should be placed like over here or maybe even here, you know? Probably here is the best decision. No, 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 no. That is horrible. I hate it. I'm gonna have to do a renovation on this room. Goods. Nice. What is this? I have a fucking balcony. I can have like super villain chats and conspiracy over here. This is so cool. Did it have the Portuguese dubs or was it subtitled? No, it was dub. Portuguese. It was Portuguese voices. And nothing takes out of my mind that Xena and the blonde lady, they were a couple, okay? They were a lesbian couple. I could smell the tension, the sexual tension arising every single episode, okay? I was just a kid and I didn't understand. But now that I have like my memories and my knowledge as an adult, they were like totally a couple. Like it's fucking obvious to me. Look at your world from your ivory tower. It's perfect and it's beautiful. And full of traitors that I'm gonna have to kill. This antique piece of furniture is obviously well cared for, but its surface is still covered with a lot of scuffs, scratches, and stains, traces of the previous rogue trader who sat at this table. Maybe I have to throw the chair away. What is this? The cogitator is producing rhythmic sounds, among which faint ringing stands out. The remains of a plaque can be seen in the frame, alas the inscription is completely indistinguishable due to the platina. Very beautiful painting, okay. Or photo, I don't know what this is. What is this? There is a faint mark on the polished mantelpiece, which was likely left by a glass. Wait, these are my bed chambers, but where the fuck is my... Where do I rest? Oh. Oh. Oh! The battle of the head of a rogue trader dynasty is befitting of a status. Wait, what is this? Oh! Loot! A mysterious item undoubtedly created by unhuman hands. What is this? The mysterious Xeno artifact Rexon's estate is filled. Oh, so the previous rogue trader loved the Xenos. Good to know, because I love them too. Yes. Oh, yes. An empty glass and 3 unopened bottles of wine sit on a finely crafted table made from dark marbled wood. I cannot read. The rare books arrayed in these shelves with their lavish, almost pretentious binding seems to be identical. Strange objects lie behind the glass of the display case. The complete absence of explanatory labels makes it impossible to learn what they are. Think this is a weapon, maybe? Or a vacuum? What is this? No, I can't read. I can read. Dust has accumulated on the raised oil smears. If servants ever access this room, they do so very rarely. I can sit down. This secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete solitude. Listening to the muted melody coming from the Vox speaker, you can easily imagine Theodora reading a book with a glass of expensive wine in hand. Change the music. The vid screen of the data lay before you display the name of several Vox symphonies. Lyor Imperial succeeded. Recognize this melody that is playing right now. It is the first of 36 parts of the Symphony of Honor and Duty. Choose the piece, the Symphony of Honor and Duty Part 2. Choose the piece Ode to the Most Holy Inquisition. Skitaric Core, Rhythm of the Machine and Blessed Metal, yes. You hear a loud click inside the Vox speakers, and the piece that was playing earlier starts anew. A siren shatters the tranquil atmosphere in the room. Alarms have been sounded. What? I passed out! In the name of the Road Trader House of Valencia, whoever has entered her ladyship chambers will be eliminated. Guys, what the fuck? Oh, for your information, that's a puzzle? Oh. Your ladyship deepest apologies from the intrusion. Do you require any assistance? But on second thought, we had better just leave you in peace. Yeah, I just had too much wine. She did get gassed. I got gassed. You can leave, sir, gentlemen. I am safe. Wait. I will change Duty Part 2. Yes. And then I will choose a book. Oh, for fuck's sake! Litanies of the Multiforce, Loves in the Only Truth, Xenos Anatomy, The Invincible Army, Analysis of the Tactical Triumphants, Posthumous Duena, Biographical Sketch. Maybe Xenos? The book in your hands looks interesting. The prospect of spending a couple of tranquil hours immersed in reading appeals to you. Science shatters the tracking about through. Guys, want the solution? I mean, is there a way I can find without trial and error? Let me skip this shit. Okay. Let me read it again. So we had Xenos stuff over here. The rare books arrayed in the shelves on their lavish, almost pretentious binding seems to be identical. What is this painting again? Duty has accumulated on the razor oils. Panda, wait, is that a way that I can know the puzzle without trial and error? Oh, I have more goods. Give me the goods. I thought Xenos because there's a bunch of Xenos stuff. Who doesn't like to get gas from time to time? A mysterious item darkly created by human hands. The shelves of the library are laden with dusty tomes. Your eyes linger on the works of several administratum adepts and the memories of some unfamiliar explorers of distant deaf worlds. Okay. I think the order is the... Yeah, I gotta choose a book. Love is the only truth? Fuck! Guys, technically you should kill the guards because they saw your Xenotech collection. Nah, they will not say a word. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. I'll choose a book. I have the Litanies of the Multiforce. You pick up the book, a hidden button in the spine clicks under your finger. You notice a short inscription in the book from a faithful servant of the dynasty in lasting memory, DVV. DVV? Have a glass of wine. 3 sealed bottles sits on the sturdy-looking low table. They are labeled Grandmaster's Blood, Bone of Terror, and Flame of Purity. I want the Grandmaster's Blood. Full-bodied wine is sickly sweet, and you feel arms tinglish wash over your body. Alarms have been... Fuck! Fuck! Wait. It is fine, it is fine. I just gotta have a glass of wine. Flame of Purity. The wine fills the glass, glittering in the dim light of the room like liquid gold. Its tangy flavor burns your throat, leaving behind a spicy, biting aftertaste. You hear a sharp, fainting hum as an unseen motor turns into motion. Yes! The room responds to your actions with a quiet grinding sound, and a small nook reveals itself to the nearby wall. Inside you find a databank bearing the Von Valencia's coat of arms. Databank from Darganas. That is really cool. Okay, I want to see... An engraved data driven found in the cache on Darganas. The information it contains has been carefully encrypted. Maybe I get to decrypt this somewhere? I do have a computer. I do have a computer over here. No, it doesn't work. Well, fuck. I have a data slave, but I don't know where to use it. Maybe Pasquale can help me? Wait, I need to talk to Pasquale. Let me close my room. Oh, I can't. Fuck! Close the door, servants! I don't want anyone prying into my room. So, Pasquale is over here. Oh, that's right. The Windows computer on the ship told me that. Pasquale, I have a data slate. No, you don't want to talk? Okay, it's fine. Well, let me talk to you. I'm ready to receive the beach governor. Your ladyship. Clementia bowed her head politely. For a chancellor to a rogue trader, she is dressed rather simply. A parade doublet, polished boots, and a comfortable cloak. She bears a sabre in a sabre in her gilded scabbard. Whether for show or protection, one could not say. Only her ring with the Rosarian coat of arms indicate that she is of the highest social stratum. The governor is awaiting on the periphery of the palace. Please let me know when you would like to see him. Awareness tax succeeded. The sharp gaze, the impeccably straight back, the composure. For a moment you feel like you're looking at a younger version of Abelard himself, not his hair. Judging by the scars on her exposed part of her body, Clementia saw her fair share of combat prior to assuming the position of a chancellor. What are your responsibilities as a chancellor? To put it simply, I am your trade representative. And any and all decrees, deals, official communication, and meetings are first reviewed by me and then forwarded to you, and from you down to the hierarchy. Okay. My purview also includes overseeing your ladyship's property, the palace, the estates, the many gardens, and other demesnes on Darganas. Demesnes? That you have inherited from Lady Theodora. And wherever you are present on Darganas, consider me your personal secretary. Okay. So we're gonna have to get very well together. Why you can't tell me about Darganas? All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, an ancestor of Lady Theodora signed an agreement with the Adeptus Administratum, which allowed for efficient management of the world and the neighboring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was assigned to the Administratum and converted into self-taught scribes. They now toil across the entire world. Darganas is also a seat of several noble families who run all the major planets in the Protectorate. If I may express my not-so-humble opinion, they care very little about who exactly stands at the helm. Those piranhas think about their own profit. Those piranhas think about their own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of the Protectorate itself, if not more. And lastly, Darganas has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of the worlds in your realm. In addition to warships, the Protectorate also employs privateer ships which are used to transport cargo between worlds. Oh, Clementia is cool since they gave her a portrait. I hope she'll have other things the next two DLCs. Yeah, that would be really cool. Imagine if she didn't have a portrait. Poor thing. She deserves it. Clementia is not cool, it burns. Clementia is not cool, it burns. Clementia, yeah, she's cool. Yeah, she's super cool. She didn't have a portrait before Lex Imperialis. That is crazy. Does the capital stay in contact with the other worlds in the Protectorate? Unfortunately not at this time, your ladyship. After the few representatives of the Adeptus Astro Telepathica on their gunners went into a frenzy, some of the Psychers were tragically pacified by the respective authorities. Since then, communication with the neighboring systems has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the master of mankind that you managed to find your way to the capital. Okay. If the noble houses are so volatile, what sense is there in keeping them? Over the many centuries, an intricate hierarchy has formed within the ruling elite of Darganos. The great houses do more than plunder your treasury. It is replenished to a large degree, thanks to their administrative work on their lands. Naturally, you can get rid of anyone who you consider surplus to requirements, but right now it could threaten the fragile stability that is currently holding the Protectorate together. Are there any other issues that I should be aware of? Apart from the disrupted communications, Darganos was recently raided by enemies of humanity. However, the fleet under the command of Captain Martius, Versarian, triumphed over the accursed Xenos. If you ask for my opinion on this matter, we have the situation completely under control. Alright, alright. Awareness tax succeed. You catch her avoiding your gaze for just a moment. For the first time, it's obvious that Clementia is looking out for her house good name. But despite the confidence in her tone, you can tell that she does not entirely believe her own words. Tell me about Governor Drivstim. Armband is a well-respected man, and not just on Darganos, but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, his house has supported the capital's administration and the logistics between the Von Valentian system, the Drive Team's efforts secured years of order and prosperity for Darganos. What's more, Lady Theodora personally insisted that Lord Urban specifically be made the next governor. Fellowship succeeded. The way you speak of Drivestream, I hear a hint of either contempt or resentment. No, I don't believe I feel either, your ladyship. Clementia's steely eyes stare into the distance, her jaw clenched visibly. She speaks in a polite but clipped manner, clearly flustered by your insight. We have different views on how to run a world. We sometimes have discussions over the laws that are enacted, but we both work for the good of the Von Valentian's Protectorate. That much can be said without a doubt. Thank you for your report, Chancellor. I serve the Von Valentian's Protectorate, your ladyship. Okay. Achilles Scalander. Does he cause any problems? Tell them that I'm ready to see the governor. Okay, I want to see about Achilles. Does he cause any problems? Why? None at all, your ladyship. Secretary Scalander is an outstanding individual and a loyal servant of Von Valentian's dynasty. In Lady Theodora's absence, we collaborated on a number of issues related to the well-being of your domain, and he has proven himself quite capable. And I don't know why, but even the governor trembles before Achilles, because he knows he works for the Inquisition, and he has his tail pulled by the Xenos, okay? That's why. That is fucking why. I'm telling you guys, I'm calling right now, chat. He is entangled with Xenos, that's why he fears Achilles. Which is unusual for a man of his shawl would stay standing. The last word brings a slight smile to her lips. Tell I'm ready to see the governor. I am ready. Clementia bows before leaving. I shall arrange for him to be escorted to your study. Alright, time passed, 2 hours. Governor Urban drives team, Eva of Valencians, 20th in her line, rogue trader, keeper of the sacred warrant, and ruler of the Corona's expanse. From the Kranox system to the 100 Dreams crossroads, I bid you welcome. Why are you late? Urban drives team, governor of his great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It will be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodora von Valencians. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Darganos and of the entire Protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honor the memory of our beloved lady. What a half a year of mourning entails to? She didn't have a portrait before. All the noble houses are jealous of each other. I hate nobles. Yeah, he was late indeed. And I want to kick him in the balls. How do I do that? The governor glances at Kibela anxiously, then immediately averts his gaze. Then he looks at her again, but when Kibela lets out a grim chuckle and stretches her lips, doubtfully in fresh blood, into a petrifying grin, the governor turns away from her sharply, all but squealing in fear. Why so scared? Why are you so scared? Theodora von Valencians deserve more than that. You will declare full year of mourning. There is no need. I am the new ruler of the Protectorate. Let my subjects rejoice at my arrival instead. Hmm. Morning, fuck that, get back to work? Yeah. Let my subjects rejoice at my arrival. The bewilderment causes the wrinkles on the Ivestream glossy face to soften. Your ladyship, these are centuries-old traditions, sacred customs and rules. Do not forget who it... Something exploded. Okay, do not forget who is it to serve. Urban Drives team. If it's the road traders wish not to have a morning ceremony, a Balar voice grates unpleasantly, then so be it. Perhaps the parvenu installed by Lady Theodora cares not for the sacred traditions of our founding ancestors. The governor agrees a meaningful nod at Abelard's direction, but even when Valencia is the descent of the true children of Darganas, it behoves the ruler of a world to honor its customs. Come now, Urban, I'm much of a parvenu as Abelard. I do honor traditions. Later, when things in the Protectorate settles down, we will declare a mourning period. I shall be on the judge that what beholds me and what does not. Yeah, I think we can declare a mourning period later. As you will, your ladyship, he bows his head. Esteemed Eva, Lady Theodora was a strong leader, and we ought to follow her example. Let us lean on our wisdom and persevere in spite of his tragedy. Together, and let us carry one where she no longer can be leading the Von Valentian's protectorate to even greater prosperity. He gives you a look of admiration. It seems that he is quite aware of your fame, and this opportunity to curry favor with such an eminent figure is one he does not wish to miss. Alas, it won't be as easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astrophats of Darganas flew into a rage, and they had to be subdued. We are gradually restoring our ability to speak with the neighboring worlds, but the contracts are still weak, and the routes are tangled and no longer led to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given that the vast majority of ships in the Darganas Navy travel without relying on the service of navigators, without your engagement, the well-being of the Von Valentians dynasty and billions of its subjects is presently at risk. We met on a ship from Darganas not long ago. The crew was transporting a strange artifact and went mad during the fight. Conrad, former master, whispers the heretic and traitor. Has he shown his face on Darganas? He pensively stroked the rings of glittering in his fingers. Lord Voifir visited the capital some time ago, but he did not request a personal meeting. A heretic, you say? Now I see where all the whispers in the corridors had come from. I shall be frank with you, your ladyship. Lady Theodora's sudden death was a blow to every one of us, and the absence of any sort of verifiable, complete information about her successor gives ground for all manner of rumors and misinterpretation, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and discontent. Naturally, none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilegious as murdering a road trader. However, Conrad was once a true boon to the Proctorate back in the day, and such some might heed to his words. And as such, some might heed to his words. Can we have work, live to mourn, or loss? How about no? Nobles obsessed with traditions because they like what it does. they don't like to work. No, you celebrate while you can, and your rogue trader will double the task. Yes! Oh yeah, more war crimes? Indeed. I sentence all who have dared to make heretical remarks about the road trader to servitude in perpetuous. Machines aren't prone to dissonance. Ooh. Dogmatic. I shall immediately make all the arrangements so that your order can be carried out properly. Drivestream bows. We met a ship from Darganas not long ago. The crews were transporting a strange artifact and went mad during the fight. This is a truly regrettable bit of news. What's more, living Darganas have been forbidden for several cycles now. It seems the Westeros family have once again failed in their primary responsibilities. He shoots Abelard's a condescending look. Don't you dare fucking side-eye my senescal, okay? We will investigate this at once, and well as the fact that the ship has to acquire a permit with the Administratum seal. Does your nephew still serve at the Administratum Palace? The governor presses a number of buttons on the cogitator built into his bracelet and looks up to you in surprise. I don't understand. The ship did indeed depart from orbit, but it did so, if you can believe it, on the rogue trader's authorization. That is why no one dared to impede its departure. Lord Captain, it would seem that Curran somehow got his hand on a copy of your authorization, or perhaps even the original. A tool like that in the hands of a traitor does not bode well. Indeed. What exactly do Dragon's nobility expect from me in the light of the lost routes and communication with the other worlds? I would like to complete my inauguration as road trader as soon as possible. When is the ceremony? Tell me about yourself and your house. It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. My house is the oldest and most respected of Darganas. My ancestors walked side by side with yours for many generations, and they cared for this world's welfare. Our duty is to supervise the governing bodies within the systems subservient to you, and we are responsible for the Protectorate's logistics and economic stability. As for me personally, I am a humble servant of the Emperor and a loyal subject of the rogue trader. And to my great pleasure, I had the honor of calling myself Lady Sildar a close friend. So why were you late to the meeting? Why were you late? At Urban's last words, Abelard lets out a sound that could be interpreted as either snort or a cough. Urban gives him a look, which Abelard meets with an expression of utter nonchalance. I love all my companions are so good. What exactly do the Dragonus nobility expect from me? We are all troubled by the fate of the agri-world Janus that supply Darganas and the other planets with foodstuffs. Empty stomachs can driven even the mildest rebel to revolt. Furthermore, House Guprak is perturbed by the loss of communication with the industrial world Kyavagama, which is in their charge. But if you wish to know my opinion, the word that deserves your attention the most is the Viable 6. One of the key mining suppliers of your protectorate. In your protectorate. Commerce succeeded. Such intriguing concern for the outpost. Does your house happen to own the extraction station there? Driven's beady eyes widen in fear. Your ladyship, I beg of you, I do not interpret my words as an attempt to influence your decisions in any way. You see, without Viable 6, the manufacturers on your worlds will need to make haste to find new suppliers elsewhere and arrange for new shipments. And in these troubling times, they run risk of delays and other most tragic mishaps. My only concern is for the prosperity of the Valentians dynasty. I already visited the agri-world Janus. Governor Fred found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. That does it for the planets and the trade routes. What else? No, I already visited Janus. Truly, the Viat line is one of the oldest of the Von Valentians protectorate. If the inheritor of such well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then her situation must have been extraordinary indeed. Accursed Xenos took Vicenza's life. Vicenza succumbed to worshipping Runo's powers and was executed. Is no longer in charge of the world. She is dead. I have delivered Janus into more capable hands. Yeah, she was executed. Dresden pales in terror. It is clear from the unseen gleamings of his aristocrat countenance that his fear is not fragrant. Yeah, I want him to know that I came here to rule with dogmatic hands and rule over fear, okay? I came to rule with fear. So you better stay put together and show up to meetings in time if you don't want to get the chop, okay? Mishap, a blunder, mishap, okay. Thank you, Ghostcry. Countenance. Okay, countenance. Perfect. Thank you. Runa's powers. Truly horrifying news. I commend your resolve and unwavering severity. Death to the enemies of humanity. That does for the planets and trade routes. What else? Xenos, your ladyship. I don't rightly know where to begin. He rose the bridge of his nose warily. Otherworldly beasts are not uncommon sight in the Corona's expanse. They have been a menace to the worlds this side of the mall for decades, but now those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damaging them to the point where they become unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop this madness. We are in the process of restoring the astrophatic core of Dargonus. Luckily, we were forced to slay only some of the deranged psychers, although those that remain are yet unable to transmit messages. I hope Master's calendar will keep his word and offer you his support in the war against the Xenos. According to his report, the region of Variable 6 has been of particular concern in the last few cycles, which is all the more reason to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Again with this fucking Viabon 6. Bro, it's going to be the last one I will meet, just because you came with it twice, okay? Blades in the Void. Now to issue on smaller scale, there is a certain degree of tension within the capital due to the unorthodox succession of the Sacred Warrant. Chances of uprising are minimal, of course, and the spreading of rumors is nothing but a sign of weaknesses of mind and spirit. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly discomposure at your succession. What is to be done about them? Command the spinners from the blood-spun web, and they will set a fine snare of retribution, Dom and Eva. We will whisper the names, and the whispers will drown out insolent voices. Eliminate the most prominent malcontents quietly, but do not threaten entire families. Hopefully these steps will be enough to keep the rest from causing any more trouble. I care not what those hyenas are yapping about behind my back. Leave them be, they are not a threat. Make arrangements for public purges. All who have surely the road trader's name must meet their death on the executioner's block. Send the disgruntled nobles lavish gifts on my behalf, and make sure that my generosity does not go unnoticed by the rest. Eliminate the most prominent malcontents quietly, but do not threaten entire families. Once your ladyship's wrath descends upon the guilty, have no doubt there won't be a soul on their gunners willing to share their fate. Yes. And one last thing, your ladyship, your inauguration as the bearer of the Sacred Warrant is but a matter of time, and I would like to inquire about the one crucial detail. I imagine you are intending to uphold the centuries-old tradition, blessed by the equally long-lasting friendship, of being represented on their gunners by one of the noble houses. I presume that before this duty will be accorded to House Drivenstein. One moment, which houses can represent me at the ceremony? There is no need to alter my traditions. The dynasty will be represented by his house. House Gerprak represent the new rogue trader. House Sauerback will carry out this duty. Your presumption is wrong. I will bestow this honor upon the Rosarians. Yes, Abelard turns to you and bows respectfully. Lord Captain, to accompany you at such critical hours, the greatest honor for the Rosarian bloodline. I have no fear. Have no fear, I will not fail you. We will not fail you. Yes. Drivestan tosses Abelard a look that lacks even the smallest shred of respect. Forgive my boldness, but I must remind you that the Rosarians, whose line is traced back to a Navy officer, are not the Dargona's nobility. Such decisions may have adverse effects on your subjects' loyalty, your ladyship. I don't give a fuck. If they decided to not be loyal, we just murder them all. Heretics. We just call them heretics and we murder them. That's how it works in the Empyrean. I do as I please, and I say the Rosarians will be my company, okay? Drivestin's face breaks into a bitter smile. I shall immediately relay your commands, most gracious rogue trader. Thank you for your time. I would like to complete my inauguration as rogue trader as soon as possible. When is the ceremony? I'm afraid that until you deal with pressing issues, the ceremony will have to be postponed. Many trade routes are still unavailable. The central worlds of the Von Valentius Protectorate are going through a crisis, and the warp disturbance, if void observers are to be believed, will prevent important gas from reaching up the capital. That'll be all, I take it. Thank you for your time, your ladyship. Since your duty calls, I shall take my leave. May the Emperor Grace be with you. In dialogue. Alright. To Jono. Reclaima was lost. Deal with the disrupted shipment from Kiava Gamma. Pillars of Viridis. Layways to Heriok's Ring Station. So this guy were having funny business with the Ring Station. Forge a path to Variable 6. According to Achilles' calendar, the Xenos raid may have struck a panel warning in Variable 6. This report requires further investigation. Hawless Void. Mundus Nullius. Secrets of the Cult. Henrix, Aldari Survivors. Trade Protector requests a new ruler. Complete development projects of the highest difficulty in any colony. Classify information. Find the hidden cache on Kiava Gamma. Critical tasks. The Forgotten Twin systems is a particular interest of the rogue trader, Forgotten Twins. Alright, I don't think I have anything else to do over here. I don't think I do have anything else to do. Maybe we go to Blades in the Void? I guess. Let me see if I can talk to the servants here. Let me talk to you. Must take my leave. Nothing I can speak. You guys are still talking in codes. Alright, I don't know what I have to do here. Really. Curiosity merchant. Wait. You are a merchant. Finely dressed man greets you with an incredibly radiant smile. His meticulous polished jaw augmentation reflects palace interior as sharply as a mirror. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lucarian's Carmelian, a collector of curiosities. Perhaps your ladyship will find something useful along my offerings. There is a beautiful eagle. What is his name? His polished jaw shining, Lucarius extends his hand towards the bird, a hand likewise made of shiny metal. Her name is Aquila. As soon as I saw her, I knew a creature of such proud grace simply must be appropriately taken care of. Now Aquila is an integral part of my life, as I am of hers. That is so sweet! Curiosity merchant sells overseer gear. What is an overseer gear? With a shrill cry, the eagle stabs her benefactor's metal palm with her beak. The augmented groans, while the merchant is still smiling as he modestly puts his hand back into his clothes and out of sight. Apologies, Aquila is still getting used to my replacement extremity. She's like the old one better, I imagine. Judging by Aquila's displeased look, the bird's fondness for her owner original extremity was of an alimentary rather than affectionate nature. Okay. Was your friendship with Aquila the reason you needed these augmentics? You are exceptionally observant. The man laughed softly and melodiously, then shaking his head. Developing a friendship with such a noble creature is a torn path, and after a moment of especially profound disagreement, I had to have my hand replaced. I see. But this, Lucarius touched his jaw implant, his pride evident. This was purely for the beauty of the thing. I used to be passionate about finding rare augmentics, and could not resist having them installed, even if they were made by, shall we say, not purely righteous hands, but the fine craftsmanship, the razor-sharp outlines. Please keep this a secret from the Adeptus Mechanicus. I know the Red Priest don't condone things like that. What kind of curiosities do you sell? He points to his ego, still smiling. Equipment for noble cyber assistance, of course. Oh, okay. The demand is modest. Few in the Imperium can afford such luxury, but I'm glad to have found my calling. Okay. I'm the road trader and I seek the rarest curiosities. Do you have anything of the sort? My collection will offer you the biggest and broadest choice of all the expense. However, even devoted enthusiast like myself has its limits. There is a certain captain who owns a unique protocol, a family heirloom, which he has refused to sell to me. His ship is called the Renegade's Fall. Perhaps you can chart a path to his hoarded treasure. I will send you to the coordinates of the place where he last met. What a fucking roach. An eagle named Aquila, that's like having a dog named Kanam or a cat named Katus. Nice. I want to see what curiosities do you have. Yeah, ooh. This upgrade kit permanently improves the road trader's familiar menus and stations. Then apply to any of them, both are improved. I don't have the profit factor, unfortunately. But okay, I see. What else can we have to say? I want to purchase something, I'll let you know. The merchant bows, still smiling. The lights makes his prosthetic jaw sparkle. Okay. Now I got some grilled cheese sandwich and some peppers. Jesus, Flame Lord! I wish I could eat that much. Unfortunately, these past few months, I've been losing my appetite quite a lot. Oh, the eagle! Mr. Eagle? Okay. He's having his couple problems. This is to go back to the bridge. No, I don't want to go back to my bridge. I don't want to leave yet. Why should I go over here? Yes. I wanna leave. Leave. To the outside. Well, surprisingly, I don't eat overwhelming amounts of food. I just wait a while when I eat a meal. I'm not one of those crazy people who eats piles of food. Oh, like mukbang? Yeah, I think mukbang is quite disgusting, to be honest. You know, I feel like in a world where we still have people dying of famine, it upsets me that we have people that watch mukbangers and people that do mukbangs in general. Like we all know that these people are fucking throwing up everything after they eat. Like it's fucking obvious to me, you know. And I think that's kind of messed up. I don't like that at all. You know, you see those skin girls being like, I'm gonna eat 200 nuggets. You know, we all know you're throwing up that shit. There's no way you're skinny if you eat like that all the time. No, I didn't mean to leave. Wait. Terrible news from the Grona's Law Captain, a subsidiary Have City. Wait, I didn't mean to leave to my ship. I wanted to visit the other places. Nicky Avocado, yeah, like he's only one of so many names that does this shit. I just don't like mukbangs in general, you know. I just think it's weird and very messed up. Terrible news from Darganas, Law Captain. A subsidiary Hive City, Siphon 84249, has been destroyed in a series of cascading failures. Production has halted and millions of people have broke their vows of obedience and are fleeing. Many of them are perishing in the wastelands and overloading the transport lines leading to neighboring hives. The surrounding residential sectors are becoming increasingly agitated by the influx of refugees. Why is your directive regarding the distribution of these refugees? What is the cause of the catastrophe? It is still unclear. The noble houses are casting blame on one another. Agents of the steam Achilles' calendar sanctioned the Siphon 84249 die heroically while trying to save the population from its disaster. Their final reports mentioned some vulnerabilities in the industrial sectors of the lower hive, but did not go into further detail. All your servants are currently too busy dealing with the consequences of the crisis investigating its cause to investigate its cause. Signal to the hives to open the gates, will not abandon a single person in the wastelands. Establish labor settlements in the ruins of Siphons to eradicate the refugees there. They have much work ahead of them to restore the former home. These commoners think they would be merciful to those who facilitate the hive's destruction, eliminate any who would try to enter the cities. What do my advisor says? The death of Achilles' agents troubles me. It may not be a coincidence. Until the cause of the disaster can be correctly established, I would avoid letting refugees into the other hives. There may be saboteurs among them. I recommend setting up prohibited cordons where the refugees can be contained in the wastelands between the hives. I agree. The Emperor bids us to face the often cruel strokes of fate with dignity. If the other hives do not wish to accept the unfortunate victims of this tragedy, then let the victims themselves teach those who are living in the hives a lesson in resilience and humility. I'm sure that the ecclesiarchy will aid the refugees in constructing camps to survive out of in the wastelands. And establish a community of proud desert-dwelling mountains. Such harsh conditions will be a crucible of fortitude and fearlessness. Fearlessness is this tragedy a feat of sprint. The noble houses are trying to wash their hands of this. How predictable, and yes, it is their duty to see to it that the planet meets its tide obligation and brings glory to the revenue of the treasury in your absence. Let the aristocrats see the refugees and not stop until the last one of them has been put to work. I will set up prohibitive cordons at the perimeter of the hives. I will draft a few orders for my informants on Darganas. Please do, Henrix. The refugees quickly realized that they would not find shelter in the hives and disperse across the wastelands. A harsh lesson in discipline has been delivered in the capital. Van Kalak's agents have run throughout the investigation to identify many of the refugees who have managed to reach and hide in the hives, remembering remembering how the road trader had treated their relatives and neighbors, they could have plotted their revenge if only they hadn't been expelled into the wastelands. Indeed. Ooh, we do have different places to go. I can do projects! Palace, Van Valentian's throne room. Oh! Okay. Restoration. A new hive city will be established on the top of the ruins of Siphon. What will cause blocks project extension of the nobility, and the other one provisions 1 plus steel 3, profit factor and people plus 4 times 4. It costs people plus steel and phlogiston. Profit factor, complacency and efficiency, emporium, jewelry. Will be capped by an emporium. So we got jewelry, we got ship components. Cargo is for sorting loot. Profit factor times 3, efficiency times 2, adamantine and mechanism. I would strongly advise going for Solomon Quest after Darganas. Okay. We have 6 people. Nah, I don't think this here is worth it. Extension for the nobility. Nah, I think we're gonna do an emporium, guys. We're gonna do an emporium. Yeah. We're gonna do an emporium. Execute. Perfect. I'm gonna be doing an emporium here on the world that go kaboom. Right. I think this is it. This is my home world. I don't think I have a business over there, so let's go to the Corona's Expanse. The Solomon Quest. It's over here. We can go here. Let's waste 1. Can go there. Let me just F5 the game. And let's warp travel over there. Vroom. A scheduled service in the ship's chapel was interrupted in the most profane manner. The images of sands and motifs depicted on the altarpiece started to move and stepped down from the canvas. The congregation was filled with terror, and dozens perished in the stampede. The illusion disappeared on its own, but it claimed several priests and altar attendants. It is said that frenzied shrieks can still be heard echoing under the vaults of the chapel during prayer. The ship left the hostile material and returned to real space. Alright. Scattered world, chart new routes, first of all. Nice. Very well, very well. This will take us here probably. Let's visit. More chaos on the ship every time. It has to be with emotion, right? If it's not full of emotion, then it's not a playthrough by me. Alright. We are here. Let me go here first. I want to see the world. Begin scan. Oh! Not explore Valley of Sleep. The crew has discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Augur data suggests that some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's likely the animals either don't realize that they are headed for a deadly trap or even come here to die on purpose. Study the gas. Succeed! After a series of experiments, the ship's weaponsmith managed to perfect a few different types of ammunition. Oh, Pog! Nice! Cloud grenade! Let's go! If you had a break, it wouldn't be 4K? Indeed. We never have a break in the 4K universe, in the 41 millennium. We have a Hulk. What is this? The augurs have detected wreckage in the void ship's vicinity, but the exact nature of this wreckage remains unclear. What? I didn't have any options? Let's scan this. 2 plus steel? Ah, don't want it. That is shit. Scan. Oh, not explored. Very good. Ugh, sorry guys. Very good, very good, very good. What is this? Starship remains. Ah! It just disappears. I don't think this is a fleet I can. I don't think this is something I can fight at this moment. Can I? I don't think I can. I really don't think I can. Hello, Henrix, looking fancy. But it does says I have something to do over here. Board the Heartless. Jesus Christ. Promethean. I have plenty. Profit factor, provisions times 10. I don't have enough adamantine. No. 4 people for Promethean. Nah, I don't need. Provisions. It would be all my provisions though for complacency for all colonies. Plus steel for mechanism and people. I think this is worth it. Promethean for security on everywhere. I think this is worth it. That was one. Okay, so now I have 11 people. I could trade 4 people for Promethean and chemicals. I won't trade anything that is profit factor. And now I can trade Promethean for +2 profit factor. Provisions for complacency. If I had more provisions, I want to keep my provisions for now. Later I can look at this. But I don't understand why it is Board the Heartless. The fleet is your target. Oh, alright. Where is Mondanulius? Save the Eldar survivors. Forge the path to Verbal 6. Lay waste. Save the Eldar survivors. Kyavagam is here. Yeah. Yeah. So, this is my, this is the, hello there, is this Minecraft? Yes. Yes. We just got a mod that puts spaceships and we're exploring different biomes throughout the space. But it's all like little Minecraft worlds inside Minecraft, you know? Very, very cool. Very cool mod pack. But like, I have a question. Is this like the quest for Solomon? Is this one? I'm just confused on that. Yes? Oh, so I gotta do this. But can I do this is the question. Am I able to? Mundus Nullius. Alright. Let me go over here. Minecraft changed so much. They even added red panda on the screen. Yes, yes. It's a new 3D skin. Very cute, right? Okay, the game is saved, so let's go there. Microsoft allowed the creator to sell it To sell it on Steam, yes, yes. Lord Captain, the Augur crew has spotted the fleet dead ahead. The drive signature of the enemy's flagship matches that the Heartless, the escort ships are sticking to it. Mm, wait. Give me a tactical report. Ready the cannons. Guys, I don't think we have time to do this right now. So I think I'll be ending stream because I'm quite hungry as well, and we can do this tomorrow. In theory, yes. In skill, I don't know. What do you mean in skill you don't know? What do you mean about that, Matt? No, 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 no. I don't accept. I don't accept you saying such things to me. Tomorrow, okay, tomorrow I will show you, okay? I will show you. I just came and now we go. I'm so sorry, Halls. I'm so sorry. I had fun. Thanks for the laugh. Yeah, I'm quite hungry and it's getting close to 10 p.m. You know, stream died in the middle. It happens. It happens. It's a long fight after you disable it to abort it. Yeah, so let's do it tomorrow. The game is saved. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. We can continue Minecraft tomorrow. Yes, let's do this. By the way, Halls, I hope you had a good day. Okay, thank you so much for popping into the stream. Thank you everyone for joining us in the stream. Again, I'm so sorry the stream got cut in half because of my internet just died. I cannot do much about it. It was a rainstorm. My internet is, I trade security in the countryside and peace and quiet for a less stable internet connection. And I wouldn't undo this trade regardless of anything really. So I just ask you guys for comprehension and your patience. The rain should stop after summer, so we have most of the year without rain problems, okay? Have an amazing night. Eat well though. Yes, I will. I will eat very well. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night. Mwah, mwah. Kisses. Bye bye, guys.